Hello, my name is Erica, and I will be analyzing a quantitative study on. Hello, my name is Erica, and I will be analyzing a quantitative study on the condom use behaviors of 18 to 24-year-old urban African American males. This study was taking place in Chicago in order to look at the condom use of African American males, because as you know, African Americans are one of the highest percentages of STDs and HIV within America, and they're just looking at our tendencies, why we don't get tested, why we don't use condoms, and so on and so on. The research question / literature review, rationale for the study. It will be beneficial for as a future social worker to gain an understanding of African American males and their use in condoms in order to promote safe sex and decrease chances of STDs and HIV. The guiding theories and conceptual framework that was used was the social cognitive theory and the trans-theoretical model, also known as the stages of change model. I made the key hypothesis because it was never really stated in the article. So condoms seeking behavior will affect the chances of proper condom use in the future. The research design, the article stated that it was a longitudinal study, which I can somewhat agree. The participants did take the survey that day, but they were making predictions for the past 30 days and also the future 30 days. So I guess that can make it a longitudinal study because it's over basically a 2-month period. The population was inner city urban African American males, specifically Chicago. The sample size was 136 males. Out of the participants that they interviewed, it might have been like over 300, but the sample size came down to qualifying 136. The participants were individually approached near local hangout spots and the neighborhoods near one of 4 designated community centers within the areas. The independent variable is condom seeking behavioral factors. It was quite a few, like 17 of them. And just to name a few was substance abuse, the age when they started having sex, partner relationship, peer communication, if they had a tendency of carrying condoms, and so on. How it was measured, the participants completed a self-administered baseline survey, short durations to elicit appropriate recalls of condom-seeking behavior. Prior research has established that such contexts may be appropriate for accurate recalls of risky behavior and to permit detection of relatively infrequent sexual-related behaviors. The dependent variable is the condom use among African Americans. From the survey, they put all the data into a customized management system. It was no specific name, and they didn't go into details how it tracked stuff, how it got its numbers, and I'm not sure how reliable it could have been because humans were entering it, so stuff could have been mistaken, or a participant could have been maybe not telling the total truth about their previous condom experience, and it was not stated if this was used previously. On to the data analysis. Again, the hypothesis is condom-seeking behaviors will affect the chances of proper condom use in the future. They expressed that it was a regression analysis, was used to examine the different variables in order to predict prior and future condom use in African American men. The data show sexual debut, meaning the age they started having sex, favorable attributes towards condom use, social and personal connectiveness to HIV and STD health beliefs, perceived motions, unprotected sexual encounters, and refusal skills were predictive to their condom use in the past 30 days. And the condom use beliefs, carrying condoms, health beliefs, unprotected self-encounters, and refusal skills were also predictive that they'll use more condoms in the next 30 days. So I did have some implications of practice. This The study, it was an interesting read. However, I felt a little confused about the study. The study mentioned that the participants were randomized after they were chosen into 2 different programs, either a condom promotion program or a corresponding attention match comparison program, but they didn't go into details about these programs and what were being done in these programs, if they were learning anything about condom use and STDs. That just wasn't the case. Further research discussed how involvement in these different programs may decrease HIV and STD cases in African Americans, but however, they did not state anything about these programs. But in my opinion, there do need to be more programs educating African Americans about the dangers of STDs and providing more condoms basically everywhere and preventative solutions and more screening tests for the communities. Also, as a future social worker, I want to work within the school system. And I would recommend having sex education taught at a younger age. It was quite alarming that 87% of participants had sex by the age of 15, 10% had sexual encounters by the age of 9. Of course, a 9-year-old is not going to know what to do using a condom and so on, and all the risks of having unprotected sex. So as a social worker, it is our job to advocate and educate clients for their best interests. So if school curriculums could introduce sex education in earlier years, there may be some type of positive correlation to decrease STDs in the future. And my last implication is the rate of STDs in America are high, and especially for African American communities. This study focused on young men living in this country, but it did not go into detail about any women. Women are also having sex, and it will be good to know about their condom experience, how they feel about condoms and why they don't use them if they don't. And it would have been nice to know comparisons about other ethnic groups within this country, like Latinos or white people, to see the difference in our communities and to see how African American communities can do better in order to decrease the cases of STD. Thank you.